Hey folks, Keith here at Chicken Thigh Fishing. Welcome aboard. Well, today's video is a little different than the usual videos you get on Chicken Thigh Fishing. Today we wanted to bring to you a little bit of a safety issue. One of the things we've strived to do on this channel is to help other people learn from our mistakes and things that happen to us, because you just never know. You know, when you're out on the water, things happen, and that's just a fact. And I wanted to make sure when we did this channel that when something happened to us, we shared it with other people so they could potentially learn from what happened to us. And, you know, I hope we've done that. And I like to learn from other people's incidents and mistakes and whatnot, things that happen to them. You know, we've shared a lot of laughs together, and we make blooper reels, and some of it's pretty funny. But sometimes things aren't such a laughing matter, like when I crashed into a navigation can on Lake Gunnersville in Alabama and things like that. I shared that with you to tell you why it happened. Hopefully you can avoid that. When people share those things, maybe one little thing can help prevent that from happening to you. So anyway, that little mark you see on my nose right now isn't a piece of chocolate from a donut. That's a hole in my nose because I got hooked in the face with a Whopper Plopper. So anyway, what happened was we were fishing at night like we do very, very frequently, and Brian was fishing with a Whopper Plopper, which he does very, very frequently. He got a hit when he was reeling it in, and he went to set the hook, and he missed, or the fish missed, or anyway, the hit missed, and he sent the Whopper Plopper flying when he went to set the hook. Now that happens all the time. When you set that hook and you miss the fish, or the fish misses the bait or whatever, a lot of times that lure goes flying. And we've had some pretty good laughs on the show with incidents like that when baits are flying through the air. And for the most part, they're funny. But sometimes it's not so funny. This time, when Brian whipped that Whopper Plopper out of the water, it hit me in the face. And if you know Whopper Ploppers, they're a big lure, and they got big honking hooks on them. And one of those hooks went right through my nose. And so that kind of sucked. But anyway, we wanted to share this little incident with our viewers so you could see how this stuff happens, and then, you know, maybe you can take steps to try to make sure that it doesn't happen to you. So what happened during this incident was I was on the bow of the boat and Brian was on the stern, and he was using a Whopper Plopper, and we were throwing towards the shore, and I was throwing a chatterbait towards the shore. We were just continuing our night fishing. We had a normal night fishing, and we had caught a whole bunch of fish, but none of them were big. And as a matter of fact, as it turned out, we weren't even going to make a video out of this night because we didn't catch any really good fish. They were all, you know, 1 pounders, pound and a half, even though we caught a lot of them. And at the time of this incident, Brian was tossing his Whopper Plopper towards the shore, and he saw something on the shore, so he grabbed the spotlight to take a look at what he was firing his lure at. And you can see here that he takes a look, and then on the way in, when his Whopper Plopper is coming in on the retrieve, it gets hit by a fish, and his natural instinct is to go ahead and set that hook. But the angle his body was at the time made that lure come out of the water at a direction in my direction. And you can see here that he barely flicked his wrist on this rod and sent that lure flying. And when he sent that lure flying, this is what happened. Don't touch it! Don't touch it! That Whopper Plopper flew out of the water at a high rate of speed and smashed me in the head. And when I look at it, I can't believe that he really just flicked his wrist on that rod. So, and sometimes you really set into a hook set and, you know, you could really do some damage. Don't touch it! Don't touch it! Don't move.
I'm not.
Get the scissors, cut the line. Try not to move the boat, Brad, please.
Is it in your nose?
Yes, it is.
All right, that's good. It's not your eye.
Please cut the line first, so it's not, so nothing yanks it. How bad is it? Is it through?
Just barely. I mean, I don't think the barb is through.
Okay, the curve of the hook, how's it going?
It's sticking straight out this way. It might be able to come right back. I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna move that way and I'm gonna sit down in the seat. This is the kind of shit that happens at night. So this incident ended up not to be major. It ends up being a minor incident and just a memory, and we can laugh about it now. It cost us a little bit of time and inconvenience. It cost me a little bit of pain. I'll tell you what, your nose is a sensitive area. That was no picnic. It was no picnic with the hook in there. It was no picnic trying to drive in the truck over the bumps all the way from the lake to the hospital. And it certainly was no picnic getting a shot of lidocaine to numb your nose. I'll tell you what, you don't think about it too often, but the nose is a very sensitive area. However, this could have been a much more serious incident. You know, I shudder to think, had that thing hit me in the eye, that very easily could have just kept going and took my eye with it. So, you know, and that's why we decided to make a video of this. It's not for entertainment purposes. You know, I just like to share this because hopefully maybe you can see something here. And if you want to call us dopes, whatever, you know, accidents happen, but maybe this could help you in some way prevent this from happening when you're out there. Or if you never considered that this could happen, it does. So anyway, listen, thanks for being a part of Chicken Thigh Fishing. We hope these types of videos are a service to you and you appreciate them. And we'll see you next time. And hopefully next time, all we're showing you is hogs that we're hoisted onto the boat. Until then, stay fishing, my friends.